Hi, everybody. You are very welcome to this LinkedIn Live, where we are going to walk you through our 2026 taste charts and the digital platform that we've created to kind of help make innovation faster and smarter for everybody out there. But first, let's introduce ourselves. Samia, would you please go first?
Sounds good. Hello, everyone. I'm Soumya. I've been in the industry for about 18 years as an insight expert in the intersection of data and research. And I help convert outside in human insight to generate consumer friendly products that deliver and delight taste. Over to you, Farah.
Thank you, Samia. And hi, everybody. My name's Farah Gilsonan. I work in the global TS team at Kerry. I've been here for about 11 years. And before that, I worked in the beverage industry. And I had the great pleasure this year of leading the global cross-functional team that have kind of built the TS charts right through from the insights through to the customer experience that you're going to see today. So let's kick off to kind of understand why what the TS charts are all about. So did you know that the Kerry TS charts are 14 years old? So some of you, I hope, have been on the journey with us for a number of years, and have you've seen the various iterations that have come out. Because over this time, we've been tracking flavor trends and life cycles, and we've built one of the most comprehensive flavor databases in the industry. But while I have been in Kerry for 11 years, I can certainly not take credit for this because my colleague Samia here has been part of this project since day one. So I thought it would be a good place to start if we kick off with Samia. Can you talk the audience through what the taste charts are and why we have been continuing to build on this every single year?
Yeah, absolutely. Taste doesn't stand still, right? Like that is at the heart of why we continue to invest in taste and why, even as an insight or actually just as a consumer, I like to see this come out every year. We connect a lot of multiple data streams. So you see these charts here as a toolkit, and we use our expert judgment, multiple data streams to develop this multi-year methodology. Any taste chart that you get access to today, we're talking about 2026, but any taste chart that you see is built on that multi-year methodology to track flavors over time, so that we are not chasing trends, right? We are looking at a longitudinal view, and more so, we are eliminating fads from signals. Fads that spike and disappear, we can track them over the past years, versus flavors that have been there that ultimately shape categories, shape taste, shape flavors, are what we capture with this multi-year. And that's why we release it every year as well, to see how those signals build upon each other. But our taste charts are a sense of pride, and they are 14 years young.
So for 2026, I suppose in a world where AI has taken over, we really wanted to I suppose, take taste charts to a new level. And it can be hard to kind of find data and information that we can trust. So we've really kind of doubled down on the methodology, and Samia is going to talk to that as we go through. But ultimately, we wanted to do three things. Firstly, we wanted to simplify the customer experience, and that's on two levels. So the taste charts that you've seen, some of the past iterations that you've seen on the previous page, from Kerry, they've always been a downloadable experience. You could download the PDF. And this year we've built a new kind of digital experience, something that we feel is a real industry first that really helps you go, I suppose, navigate and browse through the taste charts and make decisions a lot faster. But the other thing we wanted to simplify, and you'll see this as we go through the demo, is simplify, I suppose, the structure and even how we describe and talk about the taste charts, just to make it more accessible to everyone. So whether you're in marketing or you're in R&D, or you work in innovation or anything like that, everybody, whether you have an insights background or not, it should be very, very easy to navigate the taste charts and make critical decisions for your company. We also wanted to empower our customers to make flavor decisions that they can feel confident about and proud of. And this, we kept going back, I suppose, as we went through this project is, I suppose innovation and launching new products, takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of cost from a business and a lot of effort from multiple functions. So we wanted to make sure if you're going to launch a product that you can feel really confident about why you've chosen the flavor that you've chosen. And hopefully you're going to see we've done that by kind of making sure that we have data like real world data, I suppose, backing up every flavor that we've put on the chart. So you can feel a lot more confident in why you are putting that flavor on your product. And then the last but not least, Taste Charts is all about how we accelerate NPD and innovation. And one of the most seismic shifts we've made this year with our Taste Charts platform is that you can browse our portfolio and order samples from the platform as well. So to kind of round that all up, this is exactly what you're going to experience when you visit kerry.com. If you want to engage with our taste charts, you're going to see, I suppose, a digital experience that's designed to make your job a lot easier. You're going to see that every single flavor is backed up by real world insights to kind of help you make your decisions in terms of what flavors to use in your NPD. And last but not least, if you're a Kerry customer, you can log on to our Kerry Now platform and you can order samples of the flavors that you are browsing on the taste chart. So it really is, I suppose, an end-to-end process to help you accelerate your NPD pipeline and just make that entire innovation process easier from start to finish. So without further ado, Samia, if you're happy, I can hand over to you and let's actually walk through the platform.
Sounds good. All right. Before I share my screen and before we dive in, let me set the context for what you're about to see. Every year we talk about taste trends, we talk about taste charts, but the real challenge isn't spotting the flavor on the chart or spotting the change. It's about, like Farah said, making it usable, making it applicable. So I'll start with a quick story. Last year in a Global Insight workshop, someone stopped me mid-discussion and said, "This is fascinating. You have 14 years worth of data, but what do I actually do with it on a Monday?" That question really stuck with me, stuck with a lot of us. The Kerry Taste Charts, the 2026 digital tool, was built for that exact moment. It's not just about spotting what's trending, it's about making those taste shifts usable. So as I show you this page, think of it as the bridge between inspiration and action. Maybe it's a question you have on your minds right now, but it's meant to be designed to help your teams move faster and decide with confidence. We know that it helps our teams and application teams already. We want to share the joy of our taste charts. So let's jump in, okay? Give me a moment as I share my screen. Farah, give me a heads up. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see that, Samia. And just while Samia is pulling the screen up there, I'll cast your attention in the corner of the screen. You can see there's a QR code, which is going to give everybody here access to the taste charts.
Exactly. All right. What you see right now is the landing page. So select the QR code. You could probably use it, walk through it as I walk through it with you. But this is our digital tool. It's meant to be personalized, customized based on your decision for the day. Maybe you're innovating in snacks for a specific country. It's meant to take you through your journey and your unique need at that point of time. So for over a decade, we've combined data and expertise that you will see here to reliably predict flavors, right? We're eliminating that fad to a signal and really tracking those signals that help products come to life that are more consumer friendly and have higher win rate as well. So couple of things. As you see this landing page, you'll see two specific boxes: filter results by a category and a region. So say for instance, today you wanted to innovate in refreshing beverage. I feel like maybe I want to have a beverage myself, so I'm going to lean on refreshing beverages right now. And let's go Europe, right? Once you select these two, you hit generate my taste chart. Now, the first thing that you will see at this point in time, because you haven't really entered any of your details, is see the top three across three specific buckets. And I'll explain to you what those are. Once you select this kind of request access, if you are on Kerry now and with Kerry as a customer, you will get to see this full view. So as I navigate back to Kerry refreshing beverages in Europe, you'll see the same list, but you'll see a list of all of the flavors that have been selected. So let me walk you through what these are. The now flavors are essentially those dominant flavors you've seen for over 5 years, a decade. These are mainstay flavors. So the likes of orange, lemon, apple, you've seen them in refreshing beverages. New flavors are what you see in the marketplace right now. Maybe on social media, you are seeing a lot of people track flavors, talk about them a lot more. These are those flavors that have risen over the last year alone and have had phenomenal exposure to consumers and market alike. Future flavors is where we've built our tool to be more future facing, right? This is more about innovation. This is more about what do we expect to see in the marketplace as far as flavors and products and categories and ingredients. So these future flavors are flavors you will see in the market, on the menu, on the shelf in the next 6 to 12 months, right? So it's more predictive in that nature. This is the format in which all of our taste charts are built. So across all of those categories, across all of the regions, our taste charts have that specific methodology to help you compare, contrast, and see those patterns across the globe. Now, let me explain each of these. So for instance, you see all of these and you see a nice little arrow there that hopefully makes you want to click on it. Once you select a flavor, you will see that there is behind it more of a reasoning and evidence that you find of why did I even select a dominant flavor in refreshing beverages in Europe? Why? Here is the evidence why. Of course, there's over 4,000 launches in the last 5 years. Still has positive growth, right? But lower, and that's why it's a now flavor. You'll see a lot of combinations of orange plus something, orange plus yuzu, orange plus botanicals and florals, which is where it takes a mainstream flavor to an emerging and trending flavor. But the growth is pretty positive and decent. 100% proliferation, as you read this, means it is across all of our taste charts, across all of the regions, which means 100% of any taste chart you download will carry orange as a flavor, which also is indicative that orange is all pervasive, has unique versatility across product categories and so on, obviously, because it's orange. Now let's go into a new flavor as an example. Dragon fruit has been rising quite a bit, especially in the European continent. You'll see the launches are a lot more decelerated compared to orange with over 4,000 flavors and phenomenal growth. 54% growth in the last year alone, and 56% proliferation, which means that at least 50% of all charts in 2026 carried dragon fruit. So it gives you a little bit of this is not like an all pervasive, not all categories carry it, but there is a uniqueness of dragon fruit in a specific category, right? And then you have, of course, apple cider vinegar, which kind of summarizes the whole multi-sensorial fermented nature of the trends that are growing within beverage in Europe, particularly. And you'll see the growth is 400%. Now, I have to tip my hat over to our data providers and partners who have really helped shape these taste charts over the years as well. So we have, partners like from product launches on retail shelves to menu penetration. We have them really helping us craft the story here. Now, that was Europe. We also have several other examples. Let me walk you through one other example. Let's go to USA and snacks, because I also feel like I want to snack on something. So let's go to this. As you see, dominant flavors, cheddar cheese, pretty obvious. You have hot honey. Everything is spicy and hot, and I'm loving this trend personally. But you'll see all of the launches, all of the formats are the same. And then, of course, at the end, you'll see things like sweet onion, which has phenomenal growth. Now, you will ask, Soumya, you just told us that you'd convert flavor insight data into something that is actionable and something that you'd create. So we've taken that one extra step. If you are a KerryNow customer, right, this is how our customers would use our taste charts. Customers don't just read the taste charts, they build around them, right? So how do you order a sample? Click on the sample and it'll take you to the KerryNow page of the exact item that you can order from the Kerry system. Flavors, systems, extracts, ingredients, and the sort as well. Farah, would you like to add anything? But the demo is wonderful. We can always walk through more examples, but
I think it is worth. Yes, on KerryNow, if your organization, already is a customer of Kerry in some part of the world, it'll be very easy for you to just click that button and access KerryNow, and you may have to fill in your email address or something like that just as a quick verification, but that's it. So you really get that full end-to-end experience. And like Soumya said, very importantly, we did a lot of work just to make sure that the flavor that you select and the region that you're in bring you to the product portfolio. You can browse whatever products are in the hot honey space or in the orange space or whatever flavor you happen to be browsing. And you can have a look at the portfolio there and order samples, order tech docs, or request further information. All of that accessibility is there.
Exactly. One other piece before I hand it over to you. Once you click on the charts, right, and you want to access your own, right? You want to access your own charts. You want to download the taste charts. Once you click on this page, it will take you to a page where you can actually download all of your PDFs, right? So you have pages across APAC, Canada, United States. So not just the digital tool, but you could download these PDFs yourself. In addition, you can request for a copy for 30 other APAC country level charts, right? So you could request a copy for more. So there's a lot more that exists here. In addition to the flavors across categories, food and beverage, we also have pet food charts. Don't forget about our babies. And also the supplement taste charts across sports nutrition, supplements, VMS, that category as well. So you could download these yourself. If in doubt, you want to talk to somebody at Kerry, you can select contact Kerry at 2 different spots, and you will get a Gitter page. I promise somebody's reading these and they will contact you. So put in your details right here, click submit, and someone at Kerry will contact you immediately. Somebody more better than me. You're not reaching me through these contact pages, but somebody most relevant will reach out to you as well. But thank you so much. I'm going to stop sharing my screen there, Farah, and over to you.
That's brilliant, Soumya. And guys, I suppose, to kind of start finishing up, we wanted to show you a few examples of how we actually bring this to life for our customers, because believe it or not, we're not an insights company. We are here to help you innovate and to renovate your products and make them taste great. So one of the great values we actually get internally from the taste charts in Kerry is that all of our creative experts, whether that's our flavorists, our applications teams, our chefs, our baristas, they use the taste charts day in, day out to bring customer examples to life. And I picked this one actually because I had the chance to actually taste it while I was in our headquarters in North America a couple of weeks ago. And this is like an orange coriander radler. And you can see on the side where we've called out the flavors, where do they actually fit in the taste charts and where are they showing up? So orange is obviously one of the flavors that fits in the now category. It's number 6 for the US in alcohol, and coriander is in the next category, and it's in the alcohol chart in LATAM. But this just brings, I suppose, maybe a traditional radler type product to a new aromatic level, and the product tastes great. I was talking to a lot of people about it, just bringing an extra layer of sophistication and premiumization. So ultimately, if you're looking to attract new consumers to this kind of a category, that's exactly where something like this will fit. So this is exactly an example of how we would bring it to life. And I've got one more on the savory side, because I've been in the beverage industry almost my entire career, but I know I need to cater for everybody. So the next slide is, sorry, I forgot to change it over, is this wonderful, I suppose, Soul Street taco. And this is just a taco that's kind of leaning on the bulgogi and the kimchi trend that I suppose is breaking out of APAC, breaking out of Korea right now. And we can see it, I suppose, blowing up in many regions around the world. And this honestly just had layers of culture and taste and flavor. It was one that we actually served at our internal launch in Ireland when we launched the taste charts just back in January. So something delicious. But again, this is when, if you come and work with Kerry and you want to see more about the taste charts, this is exactly the type of thing that we'll bring to life for you, and we'll get our applications experts to bring it to life. So guys, I think that brings us to the end of our LinkedIn Live. We are future ready, are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Please feel free to share any feedback in the chat, or if you've got any questions, myself and Soumya are going to be here to kind of answer your questions in the chat. And you can also see that you can access the taste charts via our QR code that we have in the corner of the screen, but also if you visit kerry.com. So really, I suppose what we really hope you get out of this is just a tool to help you innovate with confidence, no matter what part of the food and beverage industry that you're in, no matter what region that you're in. There's loads of inspiration there, and we would love to work with you. So have a great day. Thanks for joining us, and look forward to speaking with you soon.